Welcome to the next part of a crochet along of a Polin shawl. We've stopped here last time with fans and pretty gowns, and the next 6 rows will be called Whistledown. Just to show you with my first swatch how it will look like once it's blocked. We're talking about this section here. That's a 6-row section. So we finished off with row 25 and we're going to continue with row 26 using our color number 2, which is in my case the coral. I'm still working with a 3.5mm hook. And my instructions are, as always, in US terms. Row 26. Flip your work to the wrong side. Take your first stitch. Attach your yarn to it. And chain 2. So I attach my yarn with a slip stitch and I chain 2. 2 half double crochet in the first stitch. Half double crochet to our chain space in the center. So this should be 56 half double crochets. That's the 2 in the first, and then 54 more. 55, 56. And now we are here in the center chain space, and there we're going to make 1 half double crochet, chain 2 and 1 half double crochet. And now again 54 half double crochets and 2 half double crochets in the last stitch. "53, 54, and in the last stitch 2 half double crochets. So your total stitch count is now 57 half double crochets on one side, chain 2, and 57 half double crochets on the other side. For round 27, chain 2, flip your work to the right side, two half double crochets in the first stitch, and now we're going to have a sequence of chain 2, skip 1 stitch, half double crochet 3 times. So chain 2, skip 1 stitch, make 3 half double crochets, or rather 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Okay, so chain 2, skip 1 stitch, 1, 2, 3 half double crochets. I'm going to continue doing that, and I'm going to see you just before the chain space. We've done the sequence of chain 2, 3, skip 1 stitch, 3 half double crochets 14 times, and that brings us right in the last stitch of just before the chain space. Before we work into the chain space, we chain another 2, and then we make 3 half double crochets into that chain space. Then we chain 2 again, and then we have the next side and sequence of 3 half double crochets, chain 2, skip 1 stitch. Then again, we're going to repeat that 14 times as well. And I'm going to see you right at the end, where we're going to make 2 half double crochets in the last stitch. Okay, I've marked my last stitch here with that stitch marker. I still have to repeat for the 14th time. So skip 1 stitch, 3 half double crochets, chain 2, skip 1 stitch, and in that last stitch make 2 half double crochets. And that was row number 27. For row number 28, we're going to chain 2, flip your work over to the wrong side, and now we're going to make 2 half double crochets. So 1 in the first stitch and 1 in the next. Okay, so next would be the chain space. Chain 3, and into that chain space make 1 half double crochet, chain 1, and another half double crochet in the same chain space. Chain 3, skip 3 stitches and work again, 1 half double crochet, chain 1, 1 half double crochet into that chain space. So again, chain 3, skip the stitches. We're only working into the chain spaces. We're going to work 1 half double crochet, chain 1, 1 half double crochet into these chain spaces. Chain 3, skip the stitches, 1 half double crochet, chain 1, 1 half double crochet into that chain space. Okay, so we're going to do that all around, and I'm going to see you right before we end. Okay, so I've changed 3. I have 1 more chain space left. I make my half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet into a chain space, I chain 3, and then I make my half double crochet in my last 2 stitches. So this is round number 28. So count your chain spaces. You should have 31 chain spaces, chain free spaces that is. Okay. Next is row 29, and we're going to work on the right side again. So chain 2, flip your work over to the right side, and now we're going to make half double crochet into the first 2 stitches, then skip the chain free space here, that one, and work 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space here. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. Yes, and then you're going to skip that stitch and the chain free space again, and also that stitch. We're only working into these chain 1 spaces. So what you're going to do is just work into the chain 1 spaces, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. And you're going to repeat this until you reach the end, and I'm going to see you there for the last bit. So here we are at the last chain 1 chain space. I'm going to work the 3 double crochets into it. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and in the same chain space another 3 double crochets. And now I've got my 2 last stitches left and the chain free. What we're going to do is to skip the chain free, and we're going to work a half double crochet into each of the last 2 stitches. Did I make a half double crochet here? Just checking. 1, 2. Okay, so that was row number 29. Only 2 rows more to go, and we're going to continue with row 30, which we're going to work on the wrong side. For that we are chain free, not two, chain free. Flip your work to the wrong side, and now double crochet in the first 2 stitches, chain 5, skip 3 stitches and work into the chain space of the fan right here, and you're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet into that chain 2 space of the fan. So 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into that. And that is the sequence. So again, chain 5, skip stitches, 6 stitches, and work 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet into that chain 2 space. Okay, and we will continue doing that. I'm going to see you right at the end. I'm right here at the end. This is the last fan, so to say. So I've made the chain 5. I'm going to double crochet into it, chain 2, and double crochet into that same chain space. And to finish off around 30, I'm going to chain 5, and I'm going to double crochet into the last 2 stitches. By the way, I've mentioned this before, if you are a tight crocheter, then the chain 5 in between might not be enough to be able to stretch the shawl properly later to its correct size. If you know you're a tight crocheter, then just make a chain 6 instead of a chain 5 in between here. So here we are at the end of row number 30. This will be the last row of the part 4, which is called Whistledown, and this is row number 31. 31 is going to be worked on the right side again. We're going to start with chain 3, flip your work to the right side, make 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the first 2 stitches, chain 1, and then we are going to work in our chain 5 space here. We're going to make 5 double crochets into that chain 5 space. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to make 1 double crochet into the chain 2 space. We're going to chain 1 and then we're going to repeat this. So once more, 5 double crochets into the chain 5 space, chain 1, 1 double crochet into the chain 2 space, chain 1, and we're going to continue doing that all around until you have 2 stitches left, and we're going to make a double crochet into the last 2 stitches. See you there. So here I am at the last chain 5 chain space. I've just made my double crochet into the chain 2 chain space, made 1 chain, and now my 5 double crochets into the chain 5 chain space, 3, 4, 5, chain 1 and a double crochet into my last 2 stitches. And that was row number 30. And at this stage I'm going to secure my stitch with a stitch marker, because we've also reached the end of part 4, which was called Whistledown. These stitches might buckle a little bit. This will be better once the shawl is finished, but the next part is actually kind of like a 3D effect, because part 5 is called Scandalous, so don't expect it to be flat and boring. Yeah, so with this I will leave you for today, and I will show you the next part as soon as possible. I hope you enjoyed the part, and I hope to see you back. Bye!